what's up everyone, this is me Alpha back with a brand new episode of Clash Royale, and today in this video guys I am going to share the best deck for the Crown Championship Challenge and some tips and strategies on how to use this deck and how can you get 20 wins in this challenge. So first of all, let's take a look at this Crown Championship Challenge rewards. So as you all guys might already know that this challenge has 3 entries and then it will be 10 gems for a re-entry. So now let's take a look at the rewards. So at 2 wins you will be getting 2500 gold, at 5 wins you will be getting a giant chest, at 9 wins you will be getting a magical chest and a legendary chest at 14 wins, and now comes the biggest reward, which is 250k gold in 20 wins, which is awesome. And I suggest you to spend some gems if you are unable to get 20 wins in the first 3 free entries. So with that being said, let's now talk about the best deck for this Crown Championship Challenge, which I will be using to get my 20 wins. And basically this deck is a log bait deck. So now first of all, why I am using this deck? So the reason why I am using this deck is because of the bats. So we all know that the bats are buffed and one more bat is added, and the bats are seen in each and every deck right now. So many players are switching zap instead of log, which is a good advantage to this deck, because if you don't have zap against this deck you cannot kill the goblin barrel, which might cost you the complete tower. So this deck is very awesome. So now let's talk about the goblin gang, princess and the goblin barrel. So all of these 3 cards needs to get logged straight away or else it will surely annoy your opponent. So try to bait your opponent's log on your princess or your goblin gang. And yes guys, you can also use a dart goblin instead of ice spirit, but the reason why I am using the ice spirit is just to cycle quickly to a goblin barrel or to a goblin gang, because ice spirit is a very good cycle card and it is also a very great value. So now let's talk about the rocket and the inferno tower. So as per this current meta, X-bow decks are very popular right now, and the rocket is the best counter for the X-bow. And as you all guys might already know that your opponent will surely place another troop to keep his X-bow alive, which means you will be getting a good rocket value by killing the other troop and also the X-bow. And if you guys want to play some mind games with your opponent, you can also straight away place an inferno tower for that X-bow, and your inferno tower will still have half of its health. So now let's straight away jump into a live battle, and I will give you some tips and tricks on how I use this deck, which will help you to get 20 wins in this Crown Championship Challenge. So I will play this deck in a grand challenge, and we are up against Nawaz, and we have goblin gang, knight, log and ice spirit. So in the beginning you have to play slow. So I am placing my knight and he comes with an ice golem. So let's see what deck does he have, and he straight away wasted his log on my goblin gang. So let's place the goblin gang and the ice spirit, and the reason why I am placing the ice spirit is because of the electro wizard. Many of the players have electro wizard so that it can be very hard for the goblin gang to chip some damage, and I have to log that mini P.E.K.K.A or else he will get a hit. So here as you guys can see, my net is little bit lagging, so I am placing my knight and the princess on the other lane. And remember guys, you need to always place your princess on the other lane so that your opponent gets easily annoyed and will surely log that princess. So here as you guys can see, he straight away logged my princess, and that goblin gang is dealing some chip damage to the tower and almost 1000 damage dealt on that tower, and unfortunately that guy only has a level 1 bats. So here as you guys can see, I will place my goblin gang and the inferno tower for that X-bow, but there is a little lag on my side. So here as you guys can see, I will be placing my ice spirit for that X-bow so that I can minimize as much as damage I can. And now I will place my knight at the back, and let's see what does he play. So I will go with a rocket and a goblin barrel. And yes guys, because of the lag, the goblin barrel and the rocket were a little bit of delayed, and that ice wizard moved away, or else many times your opponent will think that you have placed the rocket to kill that ice wizard, but he does not know that you have a goblin barrel behind that rocket, which is a very good move. So I suggest you to try this, and the reason why I did this trick because we are about to hit the double elixir and I can take some negative elixir trade at that time. I straight away cycle back to my goblin barrel so that we can get some chip damage, as he just logged my princess. So here as you guys can see, I can take that tower with that rocket, and now he places an defensive X-bow, which is not at all good, because if you are using an X-bow deck you need to continuously pressure your opponent with that X-bow. So here I will be placing my rocket on that tower, and now I will place my ice spirit for that ice wizard, but still a little bit of lag. And here as you guys can see, I will place my knight, and again a little bit of lag, but that's okay. And now I will place my goblin gang for that X-bow, and also the princess and the goblin barrel for that new X-bow, and place a ice spirit to freeze that X-bow, which will pretty much take that X-bow down. And here as you guys can see, he again logged my princess, which was a bad play on his side. So I will place my goblin gang, the princess, and also cycle back to another goblin barrel. And I think that we are surely going to get some chip damage with this push. So here as you guys can see, he also wasted one more log. And now I will place my knight and the goblin gang for that X-bow, and place my princess and the goblin barrel straight away, so that we can cycle back quickly to another knight for that P.E.K.K.A. And here as you guys can see, I am continuously pressuring my opponent. And here as you guys can see, I will play my goblin barrel at the left hand side to trick him a little bit. And here as you guys can see, so we are getting some good amount of chip damage on the tower, and that log did not take my princess, which is awesome. And we are surely going to win this match. And there is a little lag, and I don't know that my rocket has hit the tower or not. Let's see what happens, and hopefully I win this match, or I will be definitely triggered. Okay, so we are going to win this match, and he still got my tower down to 700, almost 700 damage dealt on my tower with that lag. So never mind, I will be back when my internet is in a good condition. So we are back again, and we are up against level from electric. And let's see what do we have in our hand. We have a goblin gang, princess, log, and a goblin barrel. So straight up start with a goblin barrel if you have, so that you can bait out your log or a zap spell if he has. So here as you guys can see, he has a zap spell and a bandit. So as I said, always place your princess on the other side of the arena, which forces him to use his spell on the other side. So we successfully defended that bandit push, and he has to use his poison spell on the other lane. So now let's place our knight, and he comes with a battle ram and a night witch. So I spirit for that battle ram, and I will also log so that I can cycle back to the princess. And here as you guys can see, my princess will be pretty much clearing that barbarian and the bet left. So now once we know that he only has a zap spell for all of our log bait troops, we can easily send our goblin barrel and chip some damage. But here as you guys can see, the bandit connects to my tower, a little bit damage taken on my tower. But now I will straight up place my princess, because he overused his elixir on that poison spell, and we are getting some chip damage on that tower with that princess, and he has to log for that princess. And now I place my goblin gang for that bandit, which will pretty much clear off. And here as you guys can see, he zapped my goblin gang, and I need to remember this, that he has to zap my goblin gang so that his bandit can connect to my tower. And now I will be taking the advantage of that zap spell by placing my goblin barrel, and the goblin barrel did 500 damage to the tower. So now we are very close to double elixir, and I will place my knight, and he comes with a night witch. And now I will rocket, because I know that it is double elixir, and I can handle his upcoming battle ram and the bandit push. So here as you guys can see, there is a ice golem and some bats, but that bats will be pretty much cleared out with that bandit. And I will place my goblin gang, and notice that I will also be placing my ice spirit to freeze that bandit, so that even if he zaps my goblin gang, it will pretty much clear that bandit. So there goes his tower down, and I will place my knight to distract that night witch, and also my princess on the other lane. So now I am placing my goblin gang and the ice spirit, because I am learning from my previous mistakes. And with this deck, you need to only remember few cards of your opponent which he uses to defend your goblin barrel, so that you can easily outcycle his defending troop. And here as you guys can see, I am going to surely win this match. So this was the deck that I wanted to share with you guys, and I hope that you all guys get 20 wins in this crown championship challenge. And yes guys, try to practice this deck and brush up your skills so that you get 20 wins easily. And one more thing guys, if you don't have princess, you can use dart goblin, or else I will make one more video on a different deck which is also very popular right now. So let me know that in the comment section below whether you want one more deck for this crown championship challenge. And that was it for today guys. If you enjoyed this video, do smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more Clash content like this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.